Hi, my name is Robert. This video is designed to give you step-by-step detailed instructions on completing the task at hand. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. In this video, we're working on a 98 S70. It has a bad Firewall junction coupler. These things are fragile and brittle, so I encourage people to leave them alone. The owner had replaced the water hoses, and then he was fooling with the turbo and bumped one of the water hoses, and it cracked the coupling. So he has a new one that he's going to replace it with. I've heard of these things just failing and exploding and leaking everywhere. So if you ever have the chance, you want to replace this anyway, especially if you're going to be keeping the car for a while. But if you leave them alone, sometimes they'll stay fine. So the first thing you need to do is either drain the coolant or crimp off those hoses. Then you want to disconnect those hoses. There's a video link below for that. Then you want to get a T15 and take that small screw out that you see right there on both sides of the hose inlets. And then you want to go inside and remove the heater core. There's a video for that below. And then after you get the heater core out, we're going to show you how to maneuver the coupling out from around the accelerator pedal. So the coupler comes out this way, and it is right there behind the accelerator pedal. Sometimes you can get it out, sometimes it's really hard. You got to wrestle with it. So let's see where we are with this one. Well, you want to get it out without pulling the accelerator pedal, but it is in there very tight. So let me see if I can maneuver this thing around without taking this accelerator pedal out. So here is it looking from that angle. Heck, I can't even see it from that side, but that's where it is. Okay, I was able to get the assembly to flip in and up. That way, I pushed the accelerator all the way down, and then I pulled the bottom of it, the driver's side of it, in past the insulation and spun it and flipped it up. And now I can work it out through the top up there. And I'm going to take the new one and put it in just opposite. You got to remember to orientate it so that the right side of it is up and the proper side is down. Here's the new coupling. It is installed this way. It has a little flat spot on it that goes toward the driver's side footwell. So your tubes will clip in that way. And then on the outside, the funny looking notch, and it goes on top. Now you have a fat washer that goes against the hose. Then you have a rubber one, a thin one, a rubber one, and usually another thin one. So that's how they are assembled on the outside. On the inside, you have the new clip, the rubber, plastic, rubber, plastic. And as you can see, the old ones on the hose, it has the deteriorated final plastic piece. Take the new coupling in there, press the accelerator all the way down, and try to flip this in there. Hopefully be able to film it so you can watch it go in. Alright, hopefully that is getting something here. Push the accelerator all the way down after I get this up there close to in place. There There we go. Now I need to work it outside of the insulation there. And it'll be in place. There it is. The metal tubes. Then I'm going to go on the outside and brace the outside. Oops. Sorry about that. The dang camera flipped over and didn't get to filming. I finagled it around here under the gas pedal, pushed all the way down, and flipped it in place and spun these around. So now, as you can see, the little cutout is down here toward the driver's side. And I'm going to go outside and line it up and start the panel in out there so that it's in place before I hook up any lines. Here's the plate on the outside with the rubber gasket seal that stops moisture from getting inside. You align that on your coupling there. You start the screws in, you get it positioned properly, and then you tighten your screws before you hook up any coolant lines. It's near impossible to do this by yourself because you really need somebody on the inside pushing and holding the coupling against the firewall while you put the outside retainer on and get those screws started. And then you need like a T15 to tighten those up and get those all the way secure. The screws started. I got a little 1/4-inch ratchet that I use to turn those in. The threads are really wide on that, so it turns in pretty quick, but you got to get it positioned and tightened in there so that it's straight on the inside and it gives you a good weather seal on the outside here. Alright, we have it tight because we don't want water to get around the edges of it, so it's a T15 there. Now we're ready to connect the pipes on the inside. Whenever you have new piping, you get rid of the old. So you want to spread this out, get rid of these old gaskets and seals, put the new ones on. Get your screwdriver, flat tip or Phillip, pry it up under there and push everything off the end. Just slide the new stuff on. The plastic retainer, rubber gasket, plastic, rubber, plastic. And it clips right over. Alright, now you come under the dash where the heater core goes, and you stand this thing up. Let me get in position here. Put this the way it is, get it started in the coupling, and push them up in there until both of them click. And there they are, clipped all the way in. Held the bottom of it, pushed them up in there, and wiggled it back and forth until I got both of them to pop and click in place. Now down here, my receiver is ready to receive the heater core. So let me make sure the heater core is still together. The heater core's only been in here about 6 months, so those seals should still be good. The heater core is back in. There's a link below for that video. So everything here is good to go. Time to go outside and hook up the coolant lines going into the firewall adapter. Here are the coolant lines going to the firewall adapter. This is the old style. It has the thin ring here. So because you have this thin snap piece, you go fat plastic, rubber, thin plastic, rubber. Do that on both lines and then plug them in till they click. From looking at the coupling and the markings on it, the top line is the inlet, the bottom line is the return. And here's how the coupling sits. This is the on top on the firewall, and as you can see, there's a inlet arrow and an outlet arrow on the coupling. We have both of those set up to get plugged in. Plug the bottom one in, You got to kind of massage these in so they click in right and seal right. And it's a tight fit down there with all this turbo stuff. But massage them till they click. I could not get the hoses, and these are aftermarket hoses, to snap in place with the large spacer against the hose. So I removed it and put a small spacer against the hose, and they did click in place. So we're going to fill the system up with coolant and check it for leaks. Alright, no leaks that we can see. We'll keep monitoring the level. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.